Okay, amine hormones. Need some ink here. Or amino acid hormones. These types of hormones are basically synthesized. So amino acid hormones are synthesized from one of two amino acids. The first one is called tryptophan. And we get melatonin from tryptophan, which is secreted, which is a hormone secreted by the pineal gland. God, I cannot talk, sorry. It's late. It also makes serotonin, which is not a hormone. It is actually a neurotransmitter. All right. The second one is tyrosine. Do it this way. And tyrosine makes two types of hormones. It makes catecholamines, and it makes thyroid hormones. So what are catecholamines? So catecholamines include dopamine. Dopamine, though, is a neurotransmitter. And it also includes norepinephrine and epinephrine. Epinephrine. Lord. Okay. Now, norepinephrine and epinephrine, we know them as neurotransmitters, but they are also hormones. So we call them neurohormones because they can act as both. Their action is basically the same as a peptide hormone. And they act like peptide hormones. The benefit to that is that, remember, epinephrine and norepinephrine are sympathetic. They supplement the sympathetic response. And the sympathetic response has to be relatively fast. Its effects have to be fast. Put that in quotes because fast, we're talking about hormones here, but it's relatively fast. Okay. Thyroid hormones, on the other hand, we're talking about T4, which is thyroxine, and T3, which is triiodothyronine. Say that 10 times fast. Okay. So T4 and T3. T4 is sort of the inactive form of thyroid hormone, and T3 is the active. The mechanism with thyroid hormone, so mechanism or action, however you want to call it, it works as a steroid. So its mechanism is like a steroid hormone. It's going to increase protein synthesis. The action for thyroid hormone, I'm not going to talk about in the moment what thyroid hormone does, because that's going to be the next topic after talking about the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. Is we're going to talk about the thyroid gland. So we'll talk about all that when we get into there. But the amine hormone is just, or amino acid hormone, it's just these two amino acids, tryptophan and tyrosine, and they make these particular hormones. You just have to remember that catecholamines act like peptide hormones, thyroid hormones act like steroid hormones. It's not really an obvious thing, it's just something you have to remember or memorize. All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is the action of peptide hormones, or how peptide hormones work.